I'm going to be showing you today how to manage your applications through Logic Melon. So if you first go into the vacancies page, this is how you'd access your applications against a particular vacancy. So when you're on here, there's the number column on the left-hand side against each of your roles. The numbers indicate how many applications you've had and how many of them you've already viewed. So for example, this one here, 11 out of 14. This shows you've had 14 applications and you've reviewed 11 of them. So if you click into these numbers, it will take you through to that applications page. So as you can see here, it shows you a list of the application's name, their contact information, the date they applied, and where they applied from. All these columns are filterable, so you've got the filter funnel at the top of each of them, so you can filter it down if you're searching for something in particular. On the left-hand side, you've got the envelope. The envelope indicates whether they're a new applicant or whether you've reviewed them already. So the open envelope shows you've reviewed the candidate, and the closed envelope shows that they're a new one that you've not yet reviewed. So if you just click the envelope and go into one, it will load through the applicant's CV. On here, you can view it in our default viewer, Google, or Microsoft, just depending on how you want to review that information. We then have a correspondence tab. This is a date and time log of everything to do with the candidate. So the date and time that they've applied, if you've marked them or ranked them in any way, if you've sent them any emails or changed their progress, anything at all you've done, it will track the date and time everything happened. We then have a documents tab. This is where you're able to upload a document against that specific candidate. And you have a notes tab. So on here, you're able to add a note against that candidate. And when you add a note against them, it will stay with that candidate for this particular vacancy. So say, for example, you've rung them and you're waiting for them to call you back. You can add a note and that will stick with them on here. So let's just rung them, add a note, and it shows you the date and time it was added. If you ever want to remove them, you can just click this little cross and it will remove that note against the candidate's name. So you can add the note in this box here, or on the right hand side, you can add the note as well. Type in the note and click the plus and it will load through on that candidate. Underneath, you've also got the option to add a tag. So what the tag does is it will add against that candidate, it will follow them around throughout the whole system. So if they've applied for another vacancy, that tag will appear against them there. If you've got talent pool and you're searching and that candidate appears, that tag will appear against them there. So for example, if you want to mark they've got a specific skill you're after, if they're a good candidate, anything like that, you can add a tag and it'll appear. So if you just start typing in one of the tags, any tag that you've used where that word or that phrase has come up before, it will show you a list here. So you can either select one here or add in a new one and click plus. And the tag will just stay with them. You then have the previously applied for adverts. So this shows any vacancy they've applied for before, and it will show if they've been flagged, where they applied from, and what progress they're at. So it's a quick way to view them. So in terms of the flagging, you have the option to red flag them to show they're unsuitable, blue flag them to show they may be suitable, and green flag them to show that they are suitable. So you can flag the applicants according, and it's just a representation, so you're able to narrow them down. If you tick any of your applications here, you then get the actions drop down the top right hand side. If you click actions, you then have the option to move a candidate or copy the candidate. So if you wanted to move them from this vacancy to another, you can do so. Or if you want to copy them, so say they've applied for this vacancy, but you think they'd also be suitable for another role you're looking for, you can do copy candidate, select the role that you want, click copy, and their application will then just be under that vacancy as well for you. You then have the forward option. This allows you to forward that applicant over to your email address, and group forward allows you to forward multiple in one go to multiple email addresses. You can add a note and a tag as well as remove any tags from this actions drop down. You can hide and unhide applicants. So we don't delete anything from Logic Melon. Everyone that applies will stay on our system. But if you reviewed them and you think they're unsuitable and you just want to get rid of them from your main candidate list here, you can select hide applicant and they'll just remove from the list like so. There we go. So they'll just remove from the list like this. Then you click hidden applications at the top here and they'll reappear highlighted red so you know that they're one that's been hidden. And then you can just tick them again, do actions and do unhide applicant. And it just brings them back to the main page. Just going to select multiple here for the next one. So the next one is the show on map feature. So if the candidate has included their location on their CV, you can then do show on map to show where the candidate are and it will pinpoint them. You can then click the car icon, enter in a location, do calculate distance, and it will show you how far away they are and how long it will take them to drive there. So it's a good way to see whether the candidate is in a commutable distance or not. And then finally, on the actions drop down, you've got flagging. So this allows you to bulk flag multiple candidates in one go. Then when you're on this page, you are able to filter it down. So you can only see, for example, you only want to see those unread applicants, you can do so. Or if you only want to see those green flag applicants, all these buttons at the top are filterable, so you can look, so you can find what you're looking for. You then have the option to manually add a candidate in. So if you click add candidate, you then have the option to add a singular candidate or add multiple in one go, upload their CV, fill in their information, click add, and they'll just filter through and be added onto the system here. You also have the option to reply to a candidate through our system. So if you click reply at the top here, it'll then show you a list of our templates that we've got. We can amend these templates or update them or add any new ones in to suit yourselves. So if you click reply, choose the template you want to send, and it will show you the template that we've got associated to it. All the templates are editable once they're on here. So you can make changes to application specific. And then anything in these brackets will be filled in before they're sent out. At the bottom here, you've got the option to preview, so you can review the email before it's sent. And then when you're happy, you can click send. When you send a reply, this progress column will then be updated when you do so. So say, for example, you've sent an offered reply. This progress here is then going to say offered. You have the option to update this progress column without sending them an email. So to do that, you've got the progress drop down. You can choose which progress you want to update it as, and then the progress will just update accordingly. So this is a way for you to manage your applications to be role specific. We do also have this applications tab on the left-hand side. When you go into that, this will show you all of your applications against all of your adverts. And so then when you're on here, you have the option to either filter it down by advert title or filter it down by anything else that you require. And all of the options I discussed previously are available on this page too. So this is all regarding applications.